Most of my work over the last 25 years or so has been involved with autobiographical issues. The work has gone from either rather more illustrative or rather more abstract, but the goal of the work has always been the same, to try to make sense of my life and my experience socially and familially through my work. I've tried to deal with issues such as parenting, family relationships, spousal relationships, my early family history, my relationships with my siblings and with my parents, my relationship to religion, memory, creation, structures of fantasy, issues of that kind. My work is based in oil paint. The paintings specifically are almost exclusively paint-based images put on with handmade processes. Then at times I will resort to using reproduction techniques, Xerox, collage, rubber stamping, other kinds of quasi-drawing techniques in order to get an image constructed within the context of the drawing. From the time that it appears in the drawing, it may or may not become part of the fabric of the painting. If it becomes part of the fabric of the painting, in all likelihood, that image is translated wholly into the materiality of paint. This image, the birth of the goat, is dominated by a female image that appears like the Campbell's Kid girl. I happened to find that image in my office when I was moving into my new office here on campus, and it struck me. I was struck at that time by memories of my sister and I growing up together as young children in the 50s, and this image of the Campbell's Kid girl happened to be an image that dominated advertising at that point in time. I've created an image, a self-portrait-like image. A lot of the work that I've been doing recently has had to do with the synthetic self-portrait, the fractured self-portrait. And I choose to use some aspects of Disney characters as the kinds of shards that are mortared together by the paint to create the idea of the self-portrait. Goofy is a character that interests me very much because my first reading of Goofy, as it were, was as a father figure. This was one of my first sort of concrete images into how fathers are perceived, or whether or not fathers are all in all admirable and heroic figures. So I choose to use the character of Goofy as a way of describing my own ineptness, masculine ineptness in a sense. The figure in that painting is also constituted by fragments of my own image, my own eyeglasses, and it also borrows from Van Gogh's self-portrait wearing an overcoat. The narrative structure in that painting suggests the relationship between Goofy and this castle form. The castle form, for me, has represented my heretofore unattainable goal of connecting permanently with an academic, economic base.